have no concept of what reality is, and so they do things that impact other people that are important as this way to gain control. And if they do that, I feel like everybody else needs to rally behind those two networks, and that's where you donate your money instead of to a dumb bitch in the park calling a kid nigga.
Since you said that, we could transition to that topic real quick. So everyone knows this woman named Shiloh that was called a little 5-year-old autistic kid a nigga because supposedly he's trying to take something from a kid. But now her GoFundMe has $800,000 allegedly. But the world's nigga nerds have struck back, and I'm gonna play their strike back against the system of this GoFundMe. Here we go.
You are mad about that Shiloh woman profiting off of calling that young black child the N-word. Watch this video and I'll be right back.
I started searching and trying to figure out how can I find this funding source.
This is absolutely amazing, and we got to make sure to blow this creator up. So as we all know, Shiloh Hendrix has raised over $650,000, on her way to $1 million. GiveSendGo doesn't really care. People have tried to report it, doesn't matter. But this creator used her coding skills to dig into the HTML and JavaScript.
They are not the bank. So I thought, like, we got to find a bank. Most banks, especially payment processors, they will cut that shit off with any type of doubt or controversy. They'll usually just cut it off, right? I went and I broke down the code on GiveSendGo's checkout page line for line, and there were keywords I wanted to look for, right? And I found the keyword block Inc., right? That's familiar, right?
And block Inc. owns Square, which has very big policies against hate-filled and discriminatory fundraising. So Keandria, I hope I'm saying that right, launched a coordinated campaign to flood with complaints, crashing the support bot of Block Inc. and dropping the stock over 24.5% after it crashed. Coders started volunteering to join in and monitor the actual processing, and what you saw is they tried to switch it over to Stripe. She's urging people to file complaints with the FTC and the CFPB. It's only going to help increase the chance of a paper trail and holding platforms like this accountable. Also, side note, she does mention that she is receiving death threats, but to go ahead and tag her in this information. So if you are a white creator particularly, tag the original creator. You can file a complaint with Square or Block, you can email Square directly, you can report to the federal agencies, and then obviously file and tag the original creator that had this idea. And if you're wondering what the end goal is here, I'll let her finish it out.
I'll tell you about this payment processor and their so-called policy. Now, Square and Block Inc. have a policy that details that not only do they have the right to pause your payouts, but they have a right to hold the funds indefinitely. If they find that you violated their policy or if they stop payment for any reason, they have the right to hold that money to protect them from disputes. So we're hoping that they hold the payout and those assholes never get refunded.
Oh, I love me some black women. I love.
All right. Dom. So,
love us for real.
Like, look, they dig deep. That's what I'm saying. Yo, you can't do nothing no more in this internet age, man. People will find it unless you go off the grid and then you come back on the grid. They figured out all this stuff through the blockchain. They started attacking all the payment processors that were supporting them. And look, we may get some justice in this.
And I don't understand why there was a GoFundMe even.
Oh,
I know it's a different.
Yeah, but it was a black. What is it called? Backlash from the GoFundMe for the brother Carmelo Anthony.
But also,
that's what they claim. That's what they're claiming.
But also, again, y'all do this all the time. Every time somebody does something wrong, says something out of pocket, want to act a fool, y'all want to go and raise money for them. For what? What are y'all doing? And this don't be people like that donate money. These are people sitting in Cuba, Missouri.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was some. If you go on there and look before, it was some big money being donated on there. Like, I mean, obviously she got almost to $1 million. It was some big money being dropped. The people was dropping 10, 20 grand.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense. She was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She was wrong. But that also, like I said, this speaks to look who's in office. Look what they're doing. You know, wanting the economy to crumble, trying to do all this stuff with stocks. And it's just at the end of the day got to end. And I'm just waiting for the revolution. Because I don't understand. Why are you harassing and taunting a 5-year-old child?
That's the $1 million question, as they say. Like, why would you do that to a kid?
It doesn't make sense. And I'm just, you know, in part of this reset, you know, from being laid off, there are certain things at the moment that I just don't consume. And the meat, like the news is one of them at the moment, just because I deserve a level of joy, of peace, and I don't want to be bothered. And it's not that I don't want to be informed. It's just too much, and it's sensory overload. Because there's no way in hell your dumb ass out. Honestly, I'm not even shocked.
No, I'm not shocked at all. Nothing shocks me anymore now with people inability for kindness or I mean, you look who we got in office, man. I mean, and nothing he can do is wrong. He literally could come out, shit on a mama, and they'll be like, I mean, what did she do to Trump for that to happen? It has to be a good reason. They will literally twist anything up to make it be a positive for him, regardless of how wrong it is.
And it's the same thing they said about, you know, Ronald Reagan and how the country is still paying for, you know, Reaganomics.
100%. 100%. Because that's when everything became about greed. It was about, money rules. We were already a capitalist society before that, but it was more in the fringes. Like, you start getting the unions fucked with, you start getting a lot of them, like the stock market crazy, like the movie Wall Street, the original movie Wall Street. That was the type of thing, like, we just got to get money. Whatever it is to get money. That's when you starting to see jobs shipped overseas and starting to do anything you can to try to get over on different people. Minimum wage. What do you mean minimum wage? Let's keep that as low as possible. What do you mean this and this? What doesn't matter if people are sucking up bad air in their neighborhoods. If my factory is over there, I got to get this money.
Yep.
And then in the early 90s, it got real bad. People really don't discuss it. And this was under Clinton, was deregulation of all that of a lot of shit. So you got to think about deregulation made it the ability that you only got fucking 2 radio stations in the fucking country, or you only got 5 record labels, because before you couldn't own a whole bunch of radio stations everywhere in the country. You only could own a certain areas. It was, the rules of monopoly were very, very more, collapsed. Man, the deregulation happened. That's why you got conglomerates where it's not too many of different things now. It's like 5 record labels now, 4 studios, 3 radio conglomerates, and then it ends up watering down all those different and we're just talking about just entertainment products. Let's not even get into like the gas and telecommunications, where Spectrum owns one half of the country, and then fucking
AT&T.
No, not AT&T. What's the other one on Xfinity, and the other one is out of Philly? Comcast. They own the other side of the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, it's a thing, man. And I love to shout out to them sisters though, and brothers that were able to make them moves and get this cracking though on this thing. I appreciate y'all making that happen.
Hey y'all, if you like what you see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to hit that button right there. It'll take you to more clips, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. See you back next time.